Hello, hello. I need to go back and get this DLC gun again. I think I might do that. I need a new one of this. I think it's only like 43. Yeah, I'm doing all the little tiny DLCs. I did the Halloween one, I did the Christmas one not too long ago, and I'm on the Tropical Island one. Oh. I have to see yesterday's work was pretty good. A little bit of a rough spot. I think where's it bar? Oh, that's possible. I gotta be beat down. But yeah, it was pretty nice. There was one little incident that happened that was a minor thing, but
hey, sugar, I've got something for you.
we're just adjusting ourselves to figure each other out. Well, it was an instance. Something happened in that, and I got a little upset with it. Okay, so it's only gonna be level 42 now.
Motherfucking see ya!
That sucks though. I thought these things would be on my level. Well, in that case, let's just go through the game then. Yeah, we'll go through the game. Maybe if I beat the bunker, the levels will go up to 50.
Control Core Angel is at the top of that mountain. That's where the Vault Key's being held. The Slab King is up on the other cliff. He can help us get past. The bunker outside the Control Core. Hopefully. Intruder! We got an intruder! Intruder, huh? Sounds like Hyperion sent another assassin.
That one!
All right, boys. Fight like badasses or die like bitches. You'll have to fight to the slab.
I'm gonna kill you!
I tried to keep to myself, but no. You Hyperion bastards had to come after me. You just had to kill Dustin.
Muscles.
You want to treat me like a
You
baby?
got me!
That's exactly what I'm gonna be.
Stay down! Meet my lady friend!
Dusty was just a puppy. Almost as nice as my first dog. You let your boss know I'm gonna do to him exactly what he did to her.
Get ready for her!
You, what do you mean they are Hyperion? Oh.
Satisfy me!
All right, boys.
No, I can't you! You!
Critical. Won't talk to you unless you
Bury me upside down!
just survive whatever initiation
better
he's got
run.
planned for you. And give me that note.
Help!
Yeah, the only thing I do like about the third one is that you can go through the different planets and then talk to all the different manufacturers and shit. That's what makes the third one really good. Third one's story was average. I mean, the Calypso twins are fucking stupid. Like, their origin story was cool, but I really believe that they kind of pushed the whole like
You made it to my throne,
which is fucking stupid.
Incoming
but now
badass!
it's time for the real initiation.
I'm gonna...
Slabs? You idiots always wanted to fight another Vault Hunter. Well, now's
meet the missus? That won't help.
You call yourselves badasses? The Vault Hunters wasn't in the four-wheelers.
Goddamn me! It's a headache! You listen to me, guys! Don't worry about it.
Missile pod to the turret.
Lost my shield! You're gonna kill my buddy's feet! You're dead, I'm not. That's about right.
Oh, they roll. Shit, going on roll.
I'm coming for you! Oh, not a problem! Nice!
The recruit's making you look like idiots. Slabs, go get them.
Kill them all!
Don't
Don't get your way from us! Here you go! Shoot him!
Uh-oh. Goliath on the loose.
Tossing him action!
Slabs can't wreck some random recruit.
Come get it!
By cramping his trigger
Damn
finger?
it. Fuck.
Yeah!
You slabs suck.
Satisfy me! I have inactive personality! Crunch with teeth! Time already?
Shot.
But yeah, I'm talking about my times got screwed up last
You
week
killed some of my
or
best
next week.
men to get to me.
I only got one thing to say to you. That
So it's like,
was
one of the guys they think is about to quit because he hasn't been showing up to work at all. He's like a kid, and I'm like, well,
So
you
what
need
you
to
want?
hire people that are thrilled to go to work. You don't need to hire people that want to get like their first paycheck and then just fucking quit because they know they can just go and do whatever they want to fucking do with
Great
their
job.
paycheck.
With Brick's crew on our side, we should have an easier time getting past the bunker protecting Angel.
Like,
Come on back and we'll see about getting through that door that'll only open for Jack.
it doesn't matter what job that you fucking get. If you get a job, your job is very promotional no matter what. You should promote better things. Like, these people literally just get paid ridiculous amount of money, and then they're getting paid like close to $70,000 a year.
So, the Vault Hunter met the Slabs. What a
And they're like, well,
lovely
I have to
opportunity
work this
kill
and
two
work that. Like,
bandits
you
with
have
one
to
mortar
work.
assault.
Of course you have to
Targeting
work.
beacons
What the fuck you gonna
initialized.
do all day?
Beginning mortar
Not work.
bombardment.
King, he's using mortars again.
You
He's
know,
using
buy your
mortars.
nutrients, buy your
Oh,
pre-workouts,
crap.
buy stuff that keeps
Slap.
you going. That like
We gotta
last
stop
night
those
was great.
so there won't
I
be
didn't really have any
nobody
problems with
left to
that.
help you with the bunkers.
I didn't even eat the food that was there.
Follow
All
me.
I did was sit there
Jack
and bring a
wants to
big
drop
ass
some
protein
beacons to guide
shake,
the mortars. If we don't destroy the beacons, we're dead.
and I sat there and
You show 'em, Slab. Kill!
I sipped on my protein drink and I brought my pre-workout with me.
We gotta destroy those
So I
targeting beacons.
sipped on my
They're
pre-workout
guiding
and
the
shit,
mortars.
Keep up, Slab.
and it was good. just kept my mind focused on that.
Feel the wrath of the Slab King! Stay out of the target circles!
I mean, we did have a little messed up in that.
Damn it!
The beacon's got a reflector shield! Let me punch it down!
I'm gonna bust that shield! Yeah! Shield down, Slab! Attack the beacon!
Surrender your weapons. Error. You to die. That is needed.
Kill! Dumbass. Crushed!
Removing bandit.
But yeah, so the little incident was just something really small. Like,
Crushed!
the person I work with has a little bit of an anger issue, kind of ish. Or say frustration issue. She gets frustrated over stuff like that. And I really want to explain to her, I'm like, yeah, you're like,
I see another beacon!
Rip it up!
it happened because we have these kids that come in here and they're kind of disrespectful to a certain extent. I didn't see any problem with them. But like they leave trash now, like that's just part of the fucking damn job. I'm like, you can't have your own personal like emotions and your own personal life
God
be
damn
part
it,
of.
bots. Get him away from the beacons!
Yeah, you can do your personal emotions with your emotions and fucking work. Oh,
Nice kill!
yeah, because that's not fucking healthy at all.
I see ya! Stop running!
Lethal photo. Let out
Go with me, Slab!
That's why you have to sit there and separate your emotions from your personal life and stuff. Is that motherfucker hitting me? Fuck off, dude. There we go, that's probably what I got. Nice. It's just trying to learn how to deal with things let's say without being unprofessional, but being professional as you
I
can.
see another beacon! Let's rip it up!
But sometimes it gets a little rough. And people,
I'm going for the shield!
when you go to work, it's
Avoid those orders, Slab! I broke the beacon shield! Attack it, Slab!
Ouch. Critical hit. Ouch.
Yeah! Over here, Slab!
so like when she makes mistakes, she gets really pissy and mad. And
That
I'm just
was
like, I think
fun.
to myself, and I'm like, people make
Badass
mistakes.
job today,
We make
Slab.
mistakes every single day.
I'll
I
get
don't,
you back in
to
sanctuary.
teach yourself that, I don't know what
Just
schools
so you
teach
know,
people, but it seems like
my
people
slabs are
are
probably
being
still trying
taught how to say mistakes. You can't make mistakes at all. And it's like, you have to make mistakes. That's how you learn. I mean, you learn from mistakes, period. To have that conscious mind saying that you don't do that, it's a fucking lie. In order to make a mistake is to say that you don't know it. That's a mistake. That you have performed a mistake, but it's still a mistake if you don't know it. You just have experienced
Brick. To be honest,
haven't gone through
I got
that.
no idea how to get past a door that
You
I
say
Hey,
no.
Slab!
Sorry to interrupt, but we've
The
little
way I
time.
think of that,
Get to the city of
I
opportunity.
think
To
everything
breach
is a
the
mistake
final
in
door to
certain
my
theory,
chambers,
especially
you'll
if
need
it's
to
not
be Jack.
true.
That means passing a bioscan and speaking a password in his voice. If you can kill one of Jack's body doubles in opportunity, I can get you through that door.
Pardon me.
As much as I hate telling you to listen to her, Angel's the best lead we got. You already know not to trust her, but
That's why we always have
be careful.
issues. So I believe in mistakes. I believe in learning from them. That's what our past is there for. Our past is like it's a fluctuation of how many things I get wrong, how many things I get right, according to how your life is. So a lot of things I got wrong in my life. You know, there's certain people, yeah, I shouldn't have been with. There's certain people I should have been with. The reason why I wasn't with people that I should have been with because I wasn't ready. So guess what? If I wasn't ready, then I make my mistakes. You know what my mistakes are? Dealing with the bullshit I had to deal with to become who I am today. You don't change unless you go through stuff. And I completely understand people might change without notice. Without other people noticing. Without notice. Because they believe it's easier to not look stupid in front of people. Because they want to be accepted.
To breach the final door to my chambers, you'll need to be Jack. That means passing a bioscan and speaking a password in his voice. If you can kill one of Jack's body doubles in opportunity, I can get you through that door.
Could be you, or this, or this. Emigrate to opportunity today.
To be acceptable with the sex. And most times they're little ones anyway. Like, there's a couple instances I'll accidentally make food wrong.
Guns, glorious guns.
Not that I mean to do it, or not even that I do it all the damn time. But if I get 90% of my food right, even 95% of the food right that I get, you know. Oh my god, you go in the dust. Need a man killer. That'll help out a lot, actually. I think there were 46. 46, 49. See, all I'm saying is that shit happens, and when people get angry about it, that's the like #1 thing that always stirs up more bullshit.
Keep your distance.
And that's what happened. I made a mistake with food, and she got a little frustrated with me, and I'm just like, okay.
Hey, Slab.
Got a quest for you.
Right.
Hey, I got a job for you.
I wonder what it's like to have a husband.
A bounty board.
A few years back, I won 2 prizes in Moxie's Underdome. A chest full of loot, and Moxie herself. I lost the second prize to Jack, and the first to a thief named Carson. I don't care if I never see those guns again, but if you want them, just find Carson in the dust.
Once again, say Moxie's a prize. Moxie's been ran through by probably not a lot of dudes, I guess. I know she banged Jack and the gun guy. But yeah, after he made the mistake and that, like, she got frustrated with me, and she was getting a little, she got a little loud with me, I guess. And I told her, like, you don't need to yell at me, and I did it in a really, like, I guess it was kind of a negative monotone, a little bit of a deeper voice than that. Just be like, dude, I'm not. I was like, I understand that you're frustrated in that, but we're going through a lot of fucking orders in that. We're bound to make little bits of mistakes here and there, especially, you know. When you're sitting there and do what you do, you know. It's like, I get it that you're gonna be upset. It's like, I'm not on the line that much, and this job is actually kind of a pain in the ass. There's a lot to fucking learn. I gotta memorize a whole bunch of fucking bullshit. It's not as truth is. It's annoying, but it works.
He died. Okay.
I enjoy the job. I just need to make some.
Are we fighting now? Oh. Screw you! I can't die! Splooge!
Because I'm like, this ain't the first time this person has erupted with little bits of like frustration and shit. Which I completely understand, but like I don't need you know, being negative at work and that, whatever it is,
Atta girl! Auto comes wrecking face!
Because then once you change the vibe and shit,
Where's the chest, Carson?
I miss Seal.
Sounded like some Hyperion screw trying to pump me for info. Didn't it sound like that?
What is it?
What would I do without
Mavis, no. Kettle's after the treasure too? Crap. He's a Hyperion goon, more bent than a boomerang. He probably took Carson
I
to
don't die so
Hyperion
easy.
friendship gulag.
I can't believe this!
but yeah, it's just little things. Oh man. Hope I slept enough. Woke up pretty fucking early. I went to bed at like 5. Woke up like 11:30. But yeah, let's go back to the subject of that. Yeah, like I think everyone knows when you work with someone that might give off like they struggle with negativity and they believe that people should not make mistakes as much. And they try to make life simple by saying, well, if you do this, 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 and this, then you'll be alright. It's always younger people. Younger minds always gotta have this like perfection thing. Like people make mistakes all the time, and there's nothing wrong with it. And when you get to that point in your life, especially you get older than that, you stop caring about showing off. Like we're supposed to have a speed of service. Okay. I know how to move fast. Yes. But like the way my mind works, I go by good communication and the person actually doing their fucking job. Like for instance, I wasn't explaining it to her and that, but like one of the jobs that I noticed that people tend to do, I look at it and I did explain it to her, not like what happened that day and that, but I was gonna say something about like how she does her job and that, but I'm like, whatever, shit happens. And I said, everybody else does it different. I'm not just working with you. I'm working with 2 other people that do it completely different than you do. Like they make the same, the work's still the same, but how they do certain things, like they still make the same product, but the communication's different. And I told her, like, everybody else communicates with me. Because I told her that I zone out and I block everything out besides what I'm doing, like my working out. So, like, if you're sitting there and you're thinking the way you think and you're trying to understand me, you're not going to understand me because you're not going to be as disciplined as me, because not because of my age, it's because of my background and because of what I've done with my life so far in my age. But it's basically what I've done with my life. I don't take the worldly things massively fucking seriously. I'll take it seriously enough to do my job the best that I can. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't overcompensate it with stress because I don't care. I don't care about stress. Like, last night my teammate was, my manager was complaining about these kids and like starts doing this power struggle thing. I'm like, what are you doing? You're at work. Like, you guys are involving such personal shit and getting upset. Our job is to serve customers. Yes, if they're being massively fucking rude and cussing us out, which they're not. The kids are just being loud. That does not mean you can't serve them. And so what happened is these like all these kids come in and they're buying our product. I don't think people know how businesses are work. They get all hyped up because your lives are fucking boring. You tell them, like, hey, can you be a little bit more respectful and clean up after yourself? That is not your fucking job to demand and tell people you can't come in here unless they're fucking being massively fucking ignorant. Like, cussing you out and being... You guys are starting something with nothing there. Like, I've seen these kids come in all the damn time where I work at. I work at a food place. And I'm just sitting there, like, thinking to myself, and I'm like, that's not your job to dictate if people can come in here or not, especially when they're not being massively fucking ignorant. Oh, they need to clean up their messes. Yeah, but your job is to clean that shit up, okay? So you go out there, you do your fucking job. You're being paid to do that, okay? So, like, they don't have to do it. Yes, they should, but they legally don't have to do shit. They're spending money on a product, and they're buying like over $100 worth in product because there's a lot of people there. So I have like 6 or 7 people. They all join in together and that, the little groupies and that. And they're not disrespectful. I talked to a couple of them that, yeah, sometimes they'll say stupid shit, but they're fucking young. You guys want to be like, oh, I'm going to beat up. You ain't going to beat up no one. Weak people use powerful words because they know they're fucking weak. I don't give a fuck. I talk to them and sometimes I chit chat with them. They come up here and like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing today? It's like, oh, well, So you guys come and I'll let you guys hang out. Like, yeah, they drive around, they hang out. What do you think fucking people do? You give simple responses to them. And like, they play games. I'm like, dude, just do your job. You are a servant to that customer. You don't like to hear that, but that's literally your fucking job title. To serve is the customer. So when I see like these little points of like all this aggravation, that's the shit I zone the fuck out of. Like I just don't care about all this. I'm like, dude, I'm just doing my fucking damn job. You guys make this life, you make this job like it's bigger than what it is. It's not. If you guys stop worrying about all this fucking like drama that comes in, because it's none of your fucking business. Your job is to serve food, be polite to customers, and they pay for that food, and then you get a paycheck out of it. Yes, stuff does get frustrating. You ignore it. The number one thing in a business is to ignore things, especially when it's not your personal. It's not personal. That's it. They're making everything fucking personal. I'm like, you guys are gonna lose fucking business. And they go, oh, if sales do go down, let's stop. Like, stop arguing with people and that. Stop thinking like, oh, you're making up shit. Like, there's nothing going on. Like, they're thinking that something's going on, and then, because kids are like being slightly rowdy in the microphone. And my manager was kind of freaking out about it. Like, something was gonna happen, and made up all these. I'm like, dude, you're making up a lot of fucking shit. Like, you don't make any sense. And it wasn't the person that. Yeah, you felt fucking stupid. Cause you're literally, and the kids were cool as fuck. Cause I seen them before. They're just being rowdy. Who gives a fucking shit? That's none of your business what they round about. They're not doing anything towards you. Of course, you gotta make it fucking personal. Because you want the world to evolve around you. Sorry, honey, world evolve around you. Stop. Why do people think that? I have no idea. I literally work with a bunch of liberals. And they're cool. They're very low key. They don't really talk about politics too much. But they're bringing up the fucking, I heard the word like taco like 100 fucking times. I work in a place that makes tacos. But they brought it up in a political term because that's the new Democrat term about Trump. I'm like, and they're like mocking him even though they have no idea what the fuck's going on because they're not even remotely intelligent enough to even know why Trump's doing what he's doing. Because first thing you want to do is make fun of people. That's great. So, and I kind of ignored that because I heard the term like a couple days ago. And like they were doing the whole South African little song thing about killing fucking white people. They're doing the bing bang boom boom type shit, and then these people, they're fucking crazy. Like they're literally celebrating fucking genocide and people getting killed in general. And they literally specifically, I've seen the video, talk about killing white fucking people. And I had an interview with this guy, the crazy South African person that, and Trump talked to the president, and he showed it to him. He flat out fucking told him, like, hey, like, he's like, oh, we, South African president's like, well, we'll talk this in a calm manner. Yeah, we're about to blow you up, bro. Like, you guys gotta fix your fucking shit. They literally have people like Elon Musk that literally came from South Africa. Talk about all the racist laws of that. They have fucking racist laws there. Ain't no white people now. Like, I love how every other country, most countries that are pretty cool with the whole race thing and that, they don't give a fuck. But South Africa, because the black community now. No, it's say other parts of Africa. I don't know about their parts, but the only ones you hear about is South African parts. And then you find out the history of it. The white man, the European man came in South Africa and cleaned it up and made it better. And now they're trying to say, I want to try to think, yeah, go tribalistic nowadays. Go shout and go fucking, be fucking tribal again. And be ignorant. Let's just fucking be ignorant, because saying, yeah, the whole issue is that white man went into Africa and stole people. No, African literally sold their people as slaves to, like, 15 different countries. Get your fucking history right if you want to talk about stuff. But I digress from that. But yeah, so I'm hearing all this talk on that. I'm just ignoring that because I really don't give a shit about politics. They say stuff in that like, your lives are boring, that if you guys sit there and watch the fucking news media every 5 fucking seconds. Like, you guys don't do anything else. You know, you're sitting there like, because the term came out really quick. Yeah, you probably watch a bunch of TikToks and that about people making fun of people and that. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. You're a part of society that is literally like the most emotionally fucking undisciplined, pussy-minded society. Period. Like, you guys are the back end of the millennials, and you guys are sitting there acting like complete dumbasses. That's fine. That's their own personal thing, and that I have no problem with anybody that, you know, doesn't understand how to count to fucking 5. They get mad over like really stupid shit. They're very, very fucking emotional. They can't take fucking jokes unless it doesn't like suit their emotions and that. Like, so as the kids came up and that, our drive-through person was talking to him and that, and you know, he's just like, you know, he's being chill with them. He's like, oh yeah, it's like, he's like, oh, we never did anything with those guys and that, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, I understand that, but you know, she's like, yeah, that's, of course, a woman gets frustrated. This is why I don't like women leaders. It's not even saying, I would say weak women leaders. So I worked with like a lot of women leaders. I worked with a lot of fucking people in my life. And men take things very differently. Because if I was that, I would take it differently than that. I wouldn't even give a fuck. Why are you so demanding of power? Oh, feminism. Bring up feminism again. It's fucking, shit's everywhere. It's like a fucking contagious disease with females. A lot of female empowerment. You have no power. You just talk about it. You really don't. Because to have power is to have self-control, to have discipline. When you lack self-control and lack discipline, you really don't have any power. You're just fucking talking. Like, if I was in that situation, I honestly wouldn't be in that situation. Because I wouldn't care. Because I would have took charge and then been like, you know, don't care. You're indicating stuff that doesn't make any sense. And you're hating on people? You're not hating. You're just hating on people. Because you can't make sense of what they do. You don't need to. That's not your fucking life. You're not friends with them. They're customers. You can talk to them. Well, if you actually talk to them and get to know them, then yeah, different story. But every time you feel like you have an emotional uproar of showing power because you know that you're weak, that's why you do that. Because you emphasize weakness all the time. So when you sit there and try to be strong, you get afraid of it because you know you're not strong. No shit. That's how it works. Your mind can be manipulated by thinking that you're strong because people can whisper strength into your mind. But when you actually perform a strength thing, you're like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, I can't do that. Why not? Well, I got this issue, that issue, this issue, that issue, and you talk about all your issues and that, then you're fucking weak. That's what weakness is. I have no fucking issues. Like, with deal with problems that are fucking simple to deal with. Simple things are easy to deal with. Now, if someone come in and try to, like, fight people, that's a different fucking story. The coward, the weak one, will sit there and be scared and shit in their fucking pants. The quiet one that actually knows how strong they are, probably the most violent one, you know, in that vicinity, is going to be the one that's going to take charge. While you're sitting there talking all your bullshit. You're talking, just talking and talking. And it's like, cool, talk. Stop pretending. People need to stop pretending that they're strong when they're not. You live in a fucking fantasy world if you think that. A fantasy world. And you sit there and you fantasize about being all this empowerment bullshit. And I see it more with women than I do see it with dudes. You know, and when I see it with women, it makes me laugh because you just talk. You don't do nothing. You just talk. You get scared and you fucking don't do nothing. Like the first incident that happened that when I was sitting there and, you know, and one of the employees was yelling, they're like getting upset with one of the customers and that. I was like, okay, what the fuck's going on? But they indicated that the person stole something. And I'm just like, okay, well, do you have actual proof of it? This is why they do this shit. That people do this stuff for excitement because their lives are fucking boring. So they want to get excited about stuff that they literally fucking make up. Or they might not made up, but they might made up part of it, but the other part of it was actual truth. So something happened, and stupid kids gave other kid another order. Okay? And one of the employers got mad. Okay. Start like, instead of just going over there and talking to them, the person was yelling at them. And like, you know you can get fired over that. That's aggravated assault. Like, you guys are not lawless. You can't just explode emotions every 5 seconds just because you feel something's wrong. Yeah, feeling, control them with logic. You can have logical feelings. Like I did. I walked up to the person, I talked to them, and they're all like, and they seem frustrated because the person exactly said, well, you know what most people say that, especially when they're not, and especially if they didn't do nothing. It's like, why are you blaming me? I did not do anything. It's like, I've been trying to tell you that. And the person just like, no, you didn't, blah, 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 make up all the excuses and that. And I was like, okay, so why are you yelling at them? You can talk to them normally and say, hey, you know, did you guys take that stuff and that? And then that's what it is. Like, hey, what happened to that? It's like, oh yeah, they just like, don't worry about her. You know, because it was a girl now. I'm like, don't worry about her. You know, she's young, very explosive with emotions. That doesn't matter. I know people think, oh, emotions matter. No, not in a situation when you're blaming someone for a crime they didn't do. That's how you get thrown in fucking prison. You need to chill. People need to chill out. It's like, okay, you know. So I talked about the situation and that, you know, and she was still upset. I'm like, whatever, I really don't give a fuck. You're gonna stay upset the whole day. It makes your life's boring. You're gonna stay upset because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're doing something in your life, but you're not. Like, I'm trying to, you know, catch people doing something. I'm like, how about you don't do nothing because you have no power to do anything about it? The louder you become and you start screaming and yelling at people, this shows how weak you really are, which is fine. And it's not even said that you can't take care of the situation, but sometimes being calm and collected is always going to win the battle. Because you show negative emotions, you're showing power. Well, if that person has more power than you, you're kind of fucked. Because it's just going to be a big old yelling match. And no one's going to fucking listen. And so I went up there, I tried to talk to her calmly and that. Anyway, and the other person was just like, you know, I tried to talk about the situation and that and just try to explain. I think she learned after that because she hasn't been doing as much. Like, yeah, you're gonna fucking learn. That's the whole point of learning is to understand the situation and to collectively go through it because you were in the wrong. And I was in the right because I'm an older person that I know how to deal with people. I'm not frantically trying to make you upset, but if you get upset over really silly stuff, well, then you need to be corrected. That's just how it is in life, period. And so I'm starting to know these little trends in that when I'm working at. I'm trying to get used to these people, and I don't really know them. I mean, I know them a lot now. We're getting more comfortable in that, but I work with so many people that I don't like getting too close. And like, oh, let's hang outside of work. No, I don't need your attention outside of work. Like, in work, okay, cool, we can chit chat and talk about stupid shit and that, but I leave you guys alone. I really did talk sporadically here and there. Like today. Yeah, well, it was today because it was after midnight. Some guy had a Dave Chappelle crackhead credit card. I laughed my ass. If there's Dave Chappelle, we use a crackhead, a little like white shit on his lip and that, and it was the credit card of it. And it was just an image of him. And I was cracking the fuck up because the guy showed it to me. He's like, look at this shit. Like, oh hell, that's so funny and that. Like we just watched that last week, and me and the guy were just cracking up about it. And the guy I talked to a lot there is the older guy. You know, he's just very talkative, and that's the only guy I actually really talked to about stuff and that. Just silly stuff and that. And like, I told people, you know, I mean, I don't care if people bring up politics and that. Like, if someone actually brought up Trump and that and said some stuff about Trump and that, and I'd be like, well, do you actually know what he's doing that, or you just believe in what you've been told? I'm like, there's a difference. Like, knowledge is based upon what people actually do, not by what other people tell what they're doing. You know, like, you actually see the person actually talking about, like, that's one of the biggest things that people get headaches off of. I didn't really do that much. But yeah, with the instance, you know, well, when I said that stuff to the, you know, that one, you know, young lady, that they're always thinking that it's a fucking sexist thing. I've noticed that. And, like, it's the hardest thing to work with because, like, I don't want to say anything at all. Because if I say stuff and that, it doesn't, like, go with their fucking narrative. They literally will start being dicks. And I'll be like, you know how personalities work, right? Like, what do you mean? If I ever did say this, it's the biggest thing I have to say in that. Because this is the big psychology thing. It's like, you know how personalities work? We're not all going to be connected. We're all going to have different ways of doing things. So when you say, I think like this, I say I think like that, you're going to think, well, you need to think like me. No, I don't need to think like anything that you think like. Because how you think is always going to be different than how I think. That's why you have to collectively know how to talk to people. There's always a neutral way of talking. Or you don't talk to people at all. You do little things like, oh, thank you. You do manly things. Thank you. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, boss. You know, stuff like that. But like, they're like people that have a mindset that's like ill-mannered, and they do stuff to think that I'm empowered. It's a female thing. I don't know if there's like most of the females I work with got all this empowerment bullshit. Like, you can't talk to them about anything without them freaking the fuck out, especially if it's something stupid. Like, some of them understand that. Like, one instance, we were sitting there talking about one of the other ladies that used to work with us, and I'm like, okay, you know, they didn't like her at all. Like, yeah, of course. I say, yeah, a lot of women don't like other women, especially when that woman's got more luxury than you do. That's how it works. Because she had big breasts, and all you girls have little boobs, and she was actually, you know, trimmed. Like, she was super fucking skinny with a big-ass rack. And, like, instant jealousy of stupid shit. They say, oh, no, it's not like that. It's not like that all the time. No, it ain't like that all the damn time. But you know damn well it is. It's like that. Not all the time, but it is like that, though. People always look at people first before they talk. You always identify all the things they are. So if another person walks in, they're more attractive than you, they're instantly going to be like, oh my God. You're going to get upset. You're instantly going to spark that jealousy. Especially if you are that type of person. You know, like, we had, fuck, I haven't even seen half these other people that I used to first start working with. I think they all just left because they're young. You know? But I tell people is put your head down, just fucking work. That's like having my ear bob in. Cause they listen to music and that's okay and that, but like I like listening to my own stuff. And I put one in that and I zone the fuck out. As in I put my mind all into the job. I don't put my mind to all this other stuff and that unless I have to. That's why like out of nowhere now, like men work in silence way better than women do. All I hear is that women talking nonstop, always talking, always gotta express something, do this, do that, do this. So yeah, that's why you guys forget to get stuff done. Like for instance, one of the persons doesn't like doing dishes and that. I'm just like, why don't you like doing dishes? I don't understand it. And like I was on the line that, and one of the persons was there that, and I'm just sitting there like trying to figure out like you're sitting there like not doing the dishes, like. You're like a side person. You do side work stuff, and that's one of the side works. You know, you drop food and that because you're at the fryer. You drop food and that, and you do dishes. Then you can do trash, whatever it is. But I'm just like I'm trying to figure it out because I'm just like there's stuff to do, and you're just like not doing it. And there's always excuses. Do it. Because I don't mind keeping my ass busy in that. Because, like, when we're not doing our actual job in that, there's side jobs to do that. I have to do the fucking, you know, do dishes or take out trash. No. I'm not saying people don't do it. That's only what I do. Because I'll keep myself busy now. I don't like, you know, when there's stuff to be done, it's like you work and then you play. Right? That's the mindset you have to have. People want to play all day long. It's like, you're going to be going home anyway. Like, oh, I'm stressed out because of working out. What's there to be stressed out about? It's like, when you care about things that are not in your control, and you want to control everything, that's what a narcissist is. A narcissist is say, I want to control everything. That's why you see people sit there, like women, say, oh, men are narcissists. Most men don't give a fuck. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Don't care. I control things that I need to control because if it's against me, I'm going to control it. If it's not against me, I try to give advice out there, but I don't try to fucking push my fucking narrative down people's fucking throats and shit. And especially with negativity in that. I'll take negativity in that and I'll throw it away. And I let it repel off me. Or I'll just sit there and I'll pray in my head. Because, like, the other, like, when I feel negative intentions, and like with this person, negative intentions are up and down, but if they are negative, the one I work with them at, I don't like it. It's like you're trying to prove something. Prove what? You got if you got a competitive mind, that's fine, but most people don't. You can't think that you got a competitive mind the other person needs you. I don't need to have shit. I go and do the job best I can. I get the fuck out. I'll say a couple of jokes, I'll laugh, be stupid, talk to people and that, and then I'm gone. Because I don't care. Because I don't want attention too much. Attention, like, over amounts of fucking attention is very annoying. Especially when you got plans in your mind and you're staying with your plans. Like, I gotta go to the gym today. I don't think I went yesterday, did I? Yeah, I did go yesterday, but I had a long day, though. I had to go to work till 10, so I kind of ate a bunch of food and did good. And, like, I'm just sitting there, like, going through all this stuff in my head, because I'm trying to, like, make it better for myself. But other than that, you know, other than that little incident and that, it was one incident. like they say, one negative thing should ruin your whole entire day. So I prayed it away in that. You know, I pray to God in that, you know, and say, you know, hey, you know, like, please help us out with anxiety and that, you know. No, this person's getting really upset over really silly things and that, and trying to. Basically, the person was panicking. They were having like a slight like panic attack in a way, like they were freaking out. Yeah, that's what happens when you smoke weed. You fucking freak out when you don't have it in your system. Hydration's best. Drinking water and electrolytes and that's the best way to do it. I don't get why people don't understand. When you smoke anything, it dehydrates you. So when you get dehydrated, you actually start to panic even more. But if you like sip on water and that, and you're smoking fucking weed, and you're keeping yourself hydrated, you're like, well, I don't get as high because I don't want to be hydrated because it gets me higher. I'm like, but the thing is, you're dehydrating your brain. Your brain can't function without fluids. So if you do that, yeah, you'll feel good, but that's gonna go away, and you're gonna feel like fucking shit. Your stomach's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel like crap. Like you have to fucking eat. You can't just rely on drinking fucking, you know, sugar and shit. You have to eat proteins and, you know, other vitamins and minerals and that. Like, people are so used to just, like, you have to eat. Like I told him, go out there and go get some of your favorite protein shakes, you know? Just have a little protein shake with you and that. Get a little shaker cup, put 2 scoops of protein in, and sip on it all day long. It'll make you feel a lot better than that. You know, guys, like, you guys have all this technology out there and all these support supplements and that. And people are still sitting there not doing what they need to do. Like, you could do that stuff very easily. So, like, you don't have to be fat anymore. You don't have to be depressed anymore. If you pop a fat burner, your depression will just go away. Because the way that works, it lowers down your cortisol levels, it helps to lower it down, and then your body actually picks up and stops stressing out so much. Fat burners are way better than weed. And cheaper too. Yeah, take 2 of them a day. 2 little fat burners a day. Or you can do 1 in the morning night, you could do 1 in the evening night. Your whole entire fucking life will change that because there's actually stuff in there your body actually needs. It helps replicate fat loss, which boosts up your metabolism, which causes your body not to fucking freak out because you're getting a balance of stuff. It balances your body out. When you smoke a lot of weed, that you're unbalancing your body now. You're getting your body really fucking high on dopamine. And then once that dopamine crashes, then you start to fucking crank out. It's like caffeine. You get too much caffeine in your system, and sometimes your body crashes. It doesn't crash all the time. Sometimes if you eat enough food, like carbs and that, your body like gets that energy and keeps it at a good level. Wait, no. Most people don't do that. Barely at all. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I do like learning about this stuff. That every time I see anything happen like that, I go through like any type of emotional struggle and that with people. Number one, it's always good to research it and find out why it happens, and then you start looking at yourself for those things too. Like, I think I'm doing a great job. I don't think I'm very explosive anymore for my past and that. For my past, you know, certain things. I mean, yeah, I'll yell and scream about my game and that, of course, you know. Say, no, fuck this, you bastard, and all that stuff and that. But when I'm outside of my place, personal place, different than the workplace. When I'm outside of my house and that, it's a lot different. Because a lot of things I don't get frustrated with, because, you know, I'm not playing my game. Everyone gets mad at games. There's always stupid shit that's happening that you lose patience sometimes. But in real life, it's different, because there's something that I don't lose a lot of patience with things. Because I can't, because I'm dealing with other people. It's not a video game. I'm not sitting there, I can't just pause it and then relax for a little bit and then play it again. But yeah, like, it's going through all these learning spikes, trying to understand life, and Jesus was right about it, you know, staying calm, being positive, being loving, being caring, to a certain extent. Now I understand that people, like, the way the Son of God looks at life is a lot different than I do. Because, you know, the Son of God is the Father of everything, you know, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But, like, the Word of God is to implicate love and peace. Stop killing each other now, because you're all created from the same person. You all should be loving and caring, because that's how God made us. God made us, you know, loving and caring. You know, mankind. You gotta be kind, you know. But people all want all this division, that and this and that. I say, if you took all the division away and people just live in harmony, it'd be great. But that's the thing is, most people don't. And God knows that. That's why people, like, try not to understand. Especially, you know, say a person like me. Like my ex once said, like, she could never understand my mind. She couldn't get me. It's like, that's not the real world. You know, that was, like, what are you talking about, the real world? 100 years ago, people believed in God more than they do now. Thousands of years ago, people believe in God more than they do now. It's barely been maybe 50, 60 years since all this stuff started happening now. Probably the last 30, 40 years. That's when the stuff started happening. So don't say that, you know, oh, it's because stuff changed in science and all stuff. But science doesn't. Science proves God exists more than disproves it. Therapy proves that God exists more, because therapy is the Word of God in technical terms. Because Jesus was a therapist. He was the Word. He was giving guidance, which is therapy, to man, to make man and women understand the actual truth of the world that is created for them. So, yeah. Everything comes from the Bible. The Bible literally preaches every little thing that goes on in life. And all of its words and that, you know, talking about certain things, and especially King Solomon. And, you know, King Solomon literally talked about every little thing that happens in humanity, and, like, brings it up in his writings about how life actually is. That people chase wealth, and you're not supposed to chase wealth. People that chase women, you're not supposed to chase women. That's coming from a man that had everything. A man that he had 1,000 concubines, and people are saying, I gotta chase women. And he's basically saying, you don't have to chase shit. Like women appreciate a man, they'll do anything possible to be with that man. Especially if that man has worth and power. That's how it is with man. And if a man is lazy, he doesn't want to work, he's complaining because he can't find a woman, well, guess what? It's because, first off, you're probably chasing too much. And second off, you're sitting there and you're worried about it too much. I don't worry about getting with a woman. And guess what happens? What did God say? Jesus said in the Old Testament, don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's in my hands. The Father is with you. Always with you. You don't worry about life, because everything's going to be put into perspective. You will never be harmed, never be harmed by anybody. No weapon. No weapon will harm you as long as you have me. If you believe in Christ, nothing can harm you. People say, well, how do you know that? Because it's faith. I walked in a gigantic thunderstorm the other day. And there was a tornado, like, up farther north. I heard about after, you know, when I went back to the gym and the guy was talking about it. Like, oh, yeah, there was a tornado too far away from us and that. I was walking in a storm that a tornado could have fucking happened towards me. And I was in the rain. And I didn't mean to walk in the rain, but, you know, I was trying to, like, beat the rain that. So I ended up, you know, I was running, trying to get, like, as far as I could. And then my right side started cramping up because I didn't have enough oxygen to use my legs because I was sitting there sprinting my ass off, like running like Doom style from Dark Ages. I was stomping really hard and I'd rather moving rather fast. Well, I couldn't get that far. I only got like maybe 50 yards. I'm like, I'm fucking old, bro. Start cramping up and shit. And then I sat there and I was listening to my music and I listened to my gospel music. At the end of the gym, I like to listen to very peaceful, holy music and that because it makes me recover better. It calms me down. That makes me very collected, you know. And I pray in that, you know, I've been doing a lot. I pray for recovery and that, you know. I feel I'm always feeling better now. I mean, yeah, I still have some little bits of pain and that, of course, you know. It's life. You're gonna get what you get, you know. You go through it and you do the best you can to fix it. So I was walking in a massive thunderstorm. I mean, I can see lightning crackling all around me and that. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. And it was raining rather hard. At first, it was a little soft and that, and then it started raining rather hard and that. And I'm like, well, I'm already wet. I'm halfway home and that. But I'm like, I'm going to have faith. I'm going to have faith that nothing's going to harm me. And literally, if I have my earbuds in, I hear, like, literally thunder all around me. Like, crackling really fucking loud. All over the place. My earbuds were in. I was listening to music. So I couldn't really hear it. Because they're very good earbuds. And I had my little hat on to make sure, you know, my earbuds didn't get too wet and that, so my hair wouldn't, like, get super wet. But you know what? I'm going natural today. So I sat there, and I got a little natural water in my hair, and I was soaked from head to fucking toe. Walking through this massive thunderstorm, because I do that sometimes, because, you know, gotta brave the fucking weather. Sometimes you gotta do it. And, like I said, lightning was cracking all around. I can just see in the side of my eyes, and I see all this lightning go all over the place and that. And I had massive faith. I kept walking through. And I didn't care. Didn't have a lick of fucking care. I could see it, but I didn't care. You know, and then I heard the siren go off. You know, I believe when I got home and that, and I prayed. Siren lasted for maybe 10 minutes, and then it went away. It said from 11 to 12. It went away. And I just, you know. Jesus said when he was on the boat during the storm and that, he said, it's like, why are you worried about the storm and that? As long as you have faith, nothing will harm you. And it's really coming to the truth of understanding. Because I'm actually practicing it, and it works. It works. So when people say, oh, the Son of God is not, you know, the Son of God, the stuff he said actually works. Proof. I love to experience and experiment with things. Like not even a couple weeks ago now, there was a huge, like, it was just really fucking windy in the last, 3 weeks. Because summertime was kicking in, so you always get a lot of storms and that when spring and summer starts kicking in. I was sitting outside that. We had this tree. It was on the left side of me. I was on my back porch and that. And I was just sitting there. And a storm was coming in that, you know, and I was praying. You know, I was out there. I was praying and that. And I had this, tree. It has, these, hard fucking, nuts on them. I don't know what they are in that. They're, they kind of look like pear-shaped, but they're, really hard fucking nuts. And they were like, the wind was blowing hard, and they were like flying around me and that. And I stayed fast. I was sitting there praying and that, and they're flying all over the place, and they hit pretty fucking. You actually hear them like hit the fucking like, excuse me, they hit the hit all around me and that. They're hitting my back porch and that, and you can just hear dump, dump. Because they're rather, dense. They're not heavy, but they're heavy enough that if wind at 40, 50 miles an hour, and having big gusts of wind, it was probably like 30, 40 miles an hour now, I'm guessing, because it was not to blow branches off, little branches and that. I was just praying that, and not one of them hit me. One lily went right next to me. It hit like not even like a foot away from me. They were just hitting all around me, and not one of them. I thought about that one was gonna hit me, and that, but you know what? I don't care that. Now I'm praying. If one of them hits me, now I'll take it. Not one of them hit me. And wind was blowing all over the place. Maybe it was blowing in one direction, but it was a lot of wind. It might have been two directions. I don't know. Wind's very weird. Wind kind of changed a little bit. But yeah, it was just weird though. I just sat there, I was just praying that because it was a storm, and I pray with every storm, and nothing happened. Never happened. And I say, when people say they have 100% faith, that means that life itself is not in your hands. So when God, the Father, takes your worries away from you and says, hey, I love you, I want you to be happy and to enjoy life. That is the whole point of life, is something, is to enjoy it. Like an animal. Animals, they worry about things, and of course not. But they enjoy life until they die. See, the thing is with humans that we live a little too long, and we have to suffer through all this stuff from that. People say, well, we don't live long enough. Most animals barely live 20 to 30 years. Some animals, yes. Certain animals and that, reptilians and that, can live a longer time than that, of course. But the biggest thing is they'll live in a really, really long time and that. It's like when young people die when they actually enjoy their life and that, and they die enjoying their life. They're more pure. They sin less, so if they do die, most likely they're probably gonna go to paradise. People say you go to heaven. No, you go to paradise first. You don't go to heaven just yet. And that's what it is. That's why younger people they're carefree. Why they're carefree? Because they have faith. They're carefree. That's why they do stupid shit. A lot of times they don't know or they don't mean to, but they do it. That's why it's good to understand these things. Because when you get older now, being old is different because then you have to understand more things. When you're young and then you don't have to understand too much. Because you're not. It's like the more you're alive in life, the more you have to go through it. But if you can live life with less care about things, they're not in your they're not part of your life, then you shouldn't care about it because you're not God. You shouldn't be pushing hatred. Like people always say about religion that. Because one of the guys at work that was talking about that. So it's like, I hate when people push their stuff on me. It's like, no one should push anything on anybody. Because it ain't none of their fucking business. That's the whole point of Jesus. Jesus literally states, I want to teach you how to be peaceful and love. Be peaceful and love. That's it. It has nothing to do with following rules. Religion means rules. That's what religion is. Religion means you have to follow these rules to be part of our cult. Jesus never, ever, ever stated that shit. He said, follow me for your free will, because he knows you have free will. You choose not to follow me, that is up to you. But when you don't know the truth, you can never be found. The truth is that love is absolutely the most powerful thing in the world. And people don't understand that. And he says showing humility is very powerful. When you show humility towards people and that, especially people that do bad towards you or misunderstand you, you show humility. Because what does that have to do with learning? All it has to do with learning. That's why I can't get mad at anyone anymore, because I understand. It's all about learning. They just don't know. Like Jesus said on the cross when he was getting crucified. He says, Father, for they do not know. But that's the thing is, you can, when you're lost, Jesus says, when you're lost, you can be found, which means learning. You can learn to be happy. You can learn to be a certain way. It's all about learning. People say, like, when people ask questions and that, I heard this little short in that, and it was like, it was a guy praying to God. I think it was Solomon. I believe it was Solomon. And he said, I want to pray for wealth. I'll give you wealth. I want to pray for, a kingdom. I'll give you a kingdom. Okay? I want to pray for, love. I can't give you love. I can give you love, but you can't just find someone. Like, I'll find someone that will love you, yeah, but like, you can't make someone fall in love with you that doesn't love you. Love doesn't work like that. You can find someone that does, but yeah. That's how God works. God wants to give you stuff, but you have to understand that's where faith comes from. I have faith. I want stuff, yes. I do want wealth. Yes, I do want money in that. But I don't want money in that certain way. I already have it down in my mind that I want to train and discipline people to be loving and caring. I don't care about all the worldly bullshit. If I can live somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere, as long as I have food and have supplies to keep my ass alive, and have the wealth to be able to do it, I would probably do it. Because that's how I want my life to be. Now, it's not going to be what's inside my head. Probably not. That's what I want. And I will praise. And I will praise. And I will believe. And I will have try to have 100% faith. I think my dream's going to be coming true. Because it's already happening. I'm already going through the cycles. All the stuff I prayed 10, 15 years ago now. It's all starting to happen now. Not in the way that I choose to happen. That's what it is. We have no control what God does. You can say whatever you want to say in that. Because God knows best for you. God knows you have to go through a struggle first and discipline yourself first before you get the gift that He's going to give you. That's what blessings are there for. People don't understand that because they're like, well, what do you mean by that? It's like, that's exactly what blessings are. When you get, you do receive. But you're not going to receive it in the way that you think you're going to receive it. So I asked for strength in that, a little while back in that. I didn't really get it. And why is? Because I wasn't disciplined enough. I was a coward. I was a pussy. I sat there and I cried a lot. I was a big old crybaby. Guess what happened? I started changing. I started changing with the first person. I had massive confidence issues. I started changing with the first girl that actually was attracted to me. And it was at the job I'm actually working at now, but this was like fucking like 8-9 years ago. I think I was like 25 or 26. I'm 35 now, so it was about 9 years ago. And she's a very attractive woman. She said I was cute. That's why she liked that. She was obsessed with me now, obsessed with the way my face looked at. She loved my smile and that, my eyes, blah, 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 blah. Then I started to build confidence. I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool now. And then I met another girl that mine were confidence issues. Now I walk around with massive confidence. And then I stopped caring. Because I already know that I'm attractive, so I stopped caring about that way of life that I used to have. So I grew up past that. I don't care anymore about that. So I did, okay, I got the confidence now. My mind's pretty tight. I need to work on my emotions and how I deal with certain things and that. So I'm just going to have to learn. That just takes time. And then now that I pretty much got that stuff settled, I don't really care about things that I don't care about negative things. I don't care about positive things. So look for the positive in things. Okay, cool. And what taught me that, you know, taught me a lot about it is, you know, dealing with my ex. That's how God works. God gives you stuff to deal with to promote yourself to get stronger. Because he knows that's how your mind works. You're not going to wake up jacked with a 13-inch dick. God's going to be like, you know, magic spell of blah. And you're going to be like, oh, hello there. Whoa, my dick's huge. That's not how it works. That's not how blessings work. Like little blessings, like helping you out with your mental, with your emotion, because your emotions are part of your spirit. God's spirit. He's going to help your spirit out. It's going to help your emotions out. But it's going to help you, your brain out to help you discipline yourself even more now. So that's literally how Jesus talks about how the Father works. How God works. And he always says the Father because they're in three persons. God is not. People think, well, God is a spiritual entity, an almighty power. I don't think he needs to have mortals tell him who he is, because he is who he is. He is the first and he's the last. That's it. End of discussion. People always bring stuff up and I'm like, do you know what the word God means? It means eternally and all-powerful and almighty. So when people want to compare, stop please, because that is fucking stupid. You know, that's just dumb. And I say that in a nice way. That's dumb. Like, you have no authority to say nothing. You just believe. That's it. Because people interpret God, especially, you know, the Trinity and that, they interpret it as like, oh, it's like, doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense for you. Because you're not God. I prayed for that stuff. I prayed for the knowledge of that. Sometimes I have full-on conversations. I ask questions. I'm like, hey, what's this with this? Because I don't know. A lot of people are confused. So then, when I pray and I ask questions, I end up finding answers to it. I end up having people like explaining the Trinity to me and actually explaining. You know, I see it on shorts and all the time. And I go through the Bible and that, and I read certain things. But that's the problem. People don't want to read it. People don't want to research it. So, well, yeah. If you can't research God and figure out what God actually is, then guess what? Then you need to do it. Well, there's so many things. No, there's only one. There's other religions that there's only one. There's no such thing as religion. Religion is a made-up term to control people. That's it. No, that shit's real. It's all made up by man. That's why I don't believe in it. I don't believe in Christians. I'm not a Christian. I follow Christ. I follow the Father. I follow the Holy Spirit. I follow God Almighty. I don't follow the bullshit. Because none of that shit matters to me. You know? Like, we don't have temples around here. We have churches. But churches are so delusionalized and so satanic to a certain extent. They're not giving the full thing. They're using the word to make money and to say that they're doing good. Yeah, you're praising people and that. The person that is following a preacher and that can't say it's bad because they are praising God in that. But guess what? You don't have to, though. See, we're going right back to where we think we have to go to church to praise God. Well, shit. Jesus said you don't have to anymore. There'll be a time that you can praise and bless God and praise God everywhere, because it's all in the heart. It's all in the spirit. It's all in the water. Spirit, water. That's what you need to be reborn in. That's what he said you want to be reborn into, Nicodemus. He said that in a way of saying you don't have to do the ways of the flesh. You have to do the ways of the spirit, which is your heart. Your spirit is what connects with God, not your flesh. Your flesh never connects with God. Your flesh is sin. Because you weren't in flesh. You were internal at first. And then you became flesh into sin. Because spirit doesn't die, flesh rots away. And that's what people need to really understand. There is a fine line difference. So, my spirit, my heart always believed when I was younger that I always believed. Always. My flesh, my brain got out of it. But my heart still believed. Because when I was born, I believed. When I was younger, as a kid and that, when I went to church and that, I heard the whispers. I felt the presence. And people say, like, how do you feel it? It's a feeling you get. Just like the wind blowing on you. That's how Jesus explained it in the Bible. And when he's talking to Nicodemus and that, they get the wind blowing on you. Sometimes you don't know where it's come from, right? It's like, well, yeah, you don't know where it's come from, but you feel it. It's like, that's what it is to be reborn. You feel it in your heart. I feel it in my heart everywhere I go. My mind can be delusional, yes, but my heart will stay true. My spirit will stay true. But yes, if I lack faith, my spirit will lack love from God. So if you lack love from God because you lack faith, then guess what happens is you get slightly more into sin. You start to corrupt yourself a little bit. So you have faith. You go through it and you have faith. You're going to make mistakes with the flesh. The flesh doesn't matter. It's the spirit. Your behavior, yes. The way you behave in that truly is something that changes throughout your whole entire life. But it's the spirit. It's your internal self that matters. Let's say internal, that means everlasting. And that's one of the biggest problems that I had at first, because when I was younger, I believed in full, in my heart, in my spirit. That's why my life was full of joy when I was younger. Because I didn't worry about anything. And I got everything I wanted. So I'm going to go back to that. And I am. I have strong faith now. And I don't worry about anything. Every day is one day. My day, I worry about my day. Not even saying I worry about it to stress me out. I live one day at a time. I don't worry about my past. I talk about my past, of course I do, because things happen and I want to understand it so I can get better at what I'm doing now. And that's what it is. We change the fabric of our own reality with the things that we think and the things that we talk about and the things that we do. That's what's called personality. Our realities are based upon our personality now. So how we change our personal self is how the reality we project into reality, we project ourselves into reality. So like if you think about bad things all the time and that, you're thinking about sex and you want to fuck this and fuck that, or whatever it is that it is, you're going to put that in your reality, you're going to want to find it. What I mean that? Yeah, I'm a pervert and I make a lot of gay jokes. When I'm talking with the boys and that, we say all kinds of stupid shit. I'll say really funny, just dumb shit. It can be really perverted too, but it's just all fun and games. None of it's real. All is just fucking stupid. That Miami's got kicked. I had to open up my other buck up. I want to change flavors. But this is what it is. I think a lot of people who actually think back in your past now, when you're a child now, when you're growing up and that, how your life was just different. People are trying to understand, it's like, they say it's a paradox. It is. There's a lot of theories out there talking about the paradox when you're a child and that, and when you become an adult and that's why are things different. So you want to know why? Because you're more pure. That's what Jesus talks about. Children are pure. Children always go to heaven. People say, oh, unbaptized baby and that. No, that's fucking bullshit. That Dante's Inferno thing. Because you're not, an unbaptized baby has nothing to do with that. You don't need to be baptized. Jesus literally told us flat out, you can, but you don't need to. Because you believe in me. And to say, why weren't things always like that? Well, because people never knew the truth. People never knew the truth. That's the whole point. There's been prophet after prophet after prophet. Especially Prophet Isaiah always talked about, the Messiah. Always talked about Jesus. Talk about the Son of Man is coming. To speak the true word of God. Of the Father. And that's what it is. So going back to all the stuff that happened today at work and that's why these things happen. It's to teach me how to deal with things. Oh, did I speak out on that? Was I kind of a dick? In some ways I was. Oh, I can say why. Because I don't like being frustrated at work. I don't like having a negative stereotype on me. Because to me, I train myself now, them are demons, them are entities. I do not like that. I do not like demon entities on me and that. I will pray and pray and pray until they all go fuck off. Or go away. I don't like negative entities on me. And I never will again. I can't stand that. I can feel them like it's like nails on a chalkboard. It just feels irritating. It's like I know you're there, but I'm gonna pray you away. You can go back to where you came from, because I don't want you. I don't want you here. So I pray, and it goes away. Prayer is the most powerful thing you have in this world. Like, demons are everywhere, and people understand how demons are. The demons are not horned people and that, all stuff and that. Demons are literally invisible entities that attach themselves like parasites to people that are negative. Because they draw in that negativity, and they make you more negative. That's why people are like, stressed out a lot. Them are demons. They want you to be stressed out. They want you to be miserable. But the ones that fight against that misery and they pray, they get relief. And then the Holy Spirit becomes stronger, and the Holy Spirit repels negativity. It puts like a little barrier around you. So when negativity starts to hit you, you'll notice that it's hitting you. And so you pray, you get your Holy Spirit, God's Spirit says, man, get the fuck out of here. That's basically what it is. Probably not in that term, but he's just saying, like, this is my child. He's a child of God. You're not touching that. And the demon's like, oh shit. Sorry, boss. I didn't mean to do that. Like one of those sneaky little dudes that likes to steal shit off the side. I'm sorry, boss. It's not even saying that. Like, these demons are literally scared. Like, they're so scared, they're like, They're going to try to. That's what it is. But when you have huge faith in that, they're like the growling demon. They're like the demon that sit on the sidelines. They know they can't touch you. Whenever they feel a weakness in your spirit, that's when they try to come in. And then when when that weakness goes away, they back off and be like, they're scared. Like shitless scared. This is what it is. Demons, Lucifer's fallen angels, the demons, the Nephilim, they all scared. They're so afraid of God. Why? Because they actually know God. Like, the demons know God very well. That's why the Nephilim all died. That's why they all became demons. People don't understand. People say, well, I'm a Nephilim. No, you're not. You're an idiot. I used to think that shit too, because I played a lot of Diablo 3 and that. Like, oh, the Nephilim and that. No. You got more power than them. Why? Because you got God. I'll take that. Thank you. I'll take the Father over all that shit. All that fake crap that people say. Because none of it makes any sense. Well, yeah. Because the book of Enoch actually explains the Nephilim. Explains that they all died because he was in touch. He was actually talking to the fallen angels. Because God gave him messages to tell the fallen angels. To say, hey, da-da-da-da-da. And it's not like they were all bad. No, I don't think all the fallen angels were bad. They just did stupid shit. And then when you say, like, you guys are going to be banished. And they got scared. They were shitting their fucking pants. Because they know how powerful God is. And that's why. Because they know that he's all loving. That's what makes it scary. Someone that loves you and always will love you. But love comes with discipline. And that's what it is. Is that you live eternally. You got brought down to earth. You're still eternal because you're an angel. Now you will live eternity in hell. And they're scared. So, the whole point of Lucifer, people may not believe this, because some people just like believe nonsense. The whole point of Lucifer in his creation, which is the Nephilim, they don't like us because we're the pure ones. Can't say we're pure, but we're the ones that have a choice. They don't. They're already condemned. That's why demons come around and do whatever they can to harm mankind. Because they know that's the best way to get back at God, their Father, is to do that. So to be high on drugs all day and numb yourself, God can't get to you when you're numbing yourself, and it's your choice. People say, well, God can do what he wants to do. God makes it your choice, though. Like, you guys are fucking stupid. Like, it's literally what it is. And I say that in the nicest way possible. God gives you all the self-control. You can choose to be with him, or you can choose to follow Satan. It does not matter. If you're following a religion now, and you're thinking that the religion makes sense, all those religious things came from God and how he talked, that man manifested in a different way to rule over people. That's why it's called religion, a cult. They're all cults. You say cult, you think of something different. Yeah, they're all cults. If I went to a church right now and the pastor has millions of dollars in that, I would tell him, you know Jesus doesn't want you to have all that. So you need to give 90% of it away. You shall live like the poorest person in your church. And they won't. And I said, well, okay, well, if you're not going to do that, then Jesus said it best. You talk to the rich man, then I don't know you. And that scares people. They don't want to hear that. People live in a fancy world now. He said that to the rich man. He said, give away all your stuff and follow me. And he says, I don't want you now because I don't know. It's like, you can do it. But he rather chose massive sin instead of following God. And it's not to say everyone needs to like lose all their stuff and that. That's not the point of it. Point of it, if you have faith, say like if Jesus came down and he did the shit all over again, and he asked me to follow him, I'd drop everything and follow him instantly. I wouldn't even give a shit. I'm like, bye. I tell my parents, and I just disappear. Because I know. Basically what it is, basically what God is saying, for what I've noticed how Jesus talks in the Bible now, Jesus talks about this world is not good enough for you. It's not. You don't know how great life is in paradise. You don't know how great life is in heaven. I do, because I'm from heaven. I am part of God. I am one of the three persons of God. So for someone with that much authority and power, explaining to mortals that lost themselves, saying, you have so much to learn how great life is in paradise. And how great life is in heaven. So when you explain heaven, I'll explain heaven like this. Heaven's like open your eyes for the first time, every time. Like birth. That's why when you give birth, your child comes out pure. No sin. Not a drop of sin. When you first come out. You only start going into sin when you start to what? Learn. See, this is where it comes down. This is what a lot of people don't know. Why did God say not to eat from tree of knowledge? Because knowing means that you have to be able to judge between good and bad. And if you don't know and you let your instincts, you live like a child does that doesn't know anything, they instinctively know when they get hungry. Yeah. That's why you have instincts. When you get hungry in it, your stomach growls. Or when you have to fart in it, you feel pressure in your ass. You fart out. When you have to pee in it, you feel pressure. Our body already has all the mechanics to survive. But our mind implicates those mechanics. Okay? So we already have everything working for us. God made us in a way that's just like, okay, you are that way and that. You know, that's why he always says about eating fruits. He always say, eat all the fruits you want. You never talk about eating vegetables. That's funny. You never talk about eating vegetables, but you know, you can. Say eat fruits, because fruits have aminos in them. Fruits have all the vitamins and minerals in them. Fruits have a lot of things in them. But when you lose purity by knowing stuff, because you have to judge between good and evil. That's what comes in. You could be manipulated very easily. That's why I have a feminist crisis. Women literally don't know what a woman is anymore. It's like, huh? Like, you're fucking stupid. Like, feminists are like, oh, I got power now because you have the choice to have money. You have the choice to, okay, no one cares. Men don't give a fuck. Well, I have to show that I have power. No. You have to show that you don't have power because you never lost any power to begin with. But your power is different from a man's power. And that's why there's issues. That's why there's always been issues in that. They're trying to take you away from the Word of God. Jesus trying to preach this stuff back then. And the stuff's still in the Bible today and that. How to be. Like Peter from the Gospel now. Simon, you became Peter. And Peter had a wife in that. She loved him. Like, she was proud of him. She loved him that. And women don't do that anymore. Women are never proud of their man. Because their man doesn't work like a man. Oh, wow, really? That's what it is. And that's why women go after the dudes that are studs and take control over their life. They take control. They want to lead. Not every man is going to. No, but most men should. And, you know, a lot of these women are right. You know, the man should lead. But how they talk about it, not all men are going to be the same. No. Because they're raised differently. What shows a good masculinity, because they say they hate on masculinity. No, they don't hate on masculinity. They just don't know how to deal with it because they're dealing with a bunch of simps and a bunch of guys that fall head over heel for a girl and they don't lead. They're like emotional babies. True. Yes, I was one of them. And I'm still going over the shit, and I'm still trying to get myself going that. Why? Because I listened to a lot of stupid ass people and that were saying stupid shit that never made any sense to me. You're supposed to take lead in your life. You have to try. And it sucks sometimes. Sometimes you do things that you don't want to do. Because being babied is the number one reason why there's a lot of issues. And that's what it is. If you take charge of your life when you're younger than that, like 18, or even like 16, 15, that, like, oh man, I'm good, a job. I'm making some money in that. Or you go ahead and you make your money. That's what you should be doing. I told all the people that I preached to, and I said, get a job. Just get an easy job. Get something easy and as you can start and learn how to make money in that. Then you can go to a higher paid job, or you can get advancements, like get promotions and that. Take more responsibility in that. Whew. That's what we do. We keep taking charge of life. It's hard. Yeah. Nowadays, it is really hard. You can't lie about that shit. But that's what it is. Nothing's supposed to be easy. And sometimes it's hard to take control. It's true. But you know, you gotta do it. You know, I would say Hakuna Matata. It made sense. No worries for the rest of your days. Don't worry. Because when you worry too much, your life starts to struggle. That's what the problem is. It's what children don't do. Children never worry about the things they do. They do things, they make mistakes, and then they grow up on it. They're like, okay.
front of this!
Combat commencing.
And that's what it is. That's why you go to work in that and you go home. You do what you like to do. I like playing video games, that's what I do. I like talking and preaching, that's what I talk and preaching. That's what we should be doing.
First law of the saber.
You'll break us out of here if I tell you, right?
Wanna
Mowgli?
meet my girlfriend?
Of course.
You tell us, baby.
Carson. Now where's that chest?
The flight's buried under a grave. So when do we bust out of here? Carson's dead? No surprises there. I've heard of that Mowgli guy. Small-time bandit. Dangerous. Watch yourself.
That's right, start running!
That's why it's good enough to keep everything at least 5 miles.
Fine day, full of opportunity. Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I do? First of all,
That's why some people live in a fantasy world, man, or they just have fun in that. They don't care. And that's true. You shouldn't care. You shouldn't worry and care about things that are going to hurt you and affect you. You know people do, but you're not supposed to. That's what having faith is. You have faith in things because you know that you're like, okay, I gotta have faith in this life and that. And people might ask you, why do you have faith? Why does that matter? It matters a lot. Just like learning does. You learn how people are in that. Like my job in that. I'm learning how to deal with people at my job in that. Are they bad people? No, they're not bad people at all. They're great people in that, actually. And they have their little, like, things in that, but like...
Finally! I've been waiting in that church for hours for someone to dig it up in case it was booby-trapped. Now hand it over.
Get away from the stash, bandits!
Damn it, Vault Hunter! You led that Hyperion jackass here!
You bandits, put down your guns and move back from the stash, now!
Better idea, jackass. We all draw when the church bell rings for the 3rd time.
A trucks can stand off? Fine.
Draw! Turn deployed! Well, hello there, loot.
Damn, that is a lot better than the one I had before. Yeah.
Congrats. Hope you make better use of
7
them than I did.
for combat. You guys are really fucking low level. I have to get higher up. I just want to get the gun. It's actually really good. Yeah, we'll probably do this a couple times. Get the man killer. Cause I know it's probably gonna take like 5,000. I just need me a long range gun so I can use my critical with the B. So I don't get so damn close to people. But yeah. Life is great, just don't worry about things. Especially past things and that's the biggest problem with most people. They rely on their past so much for stuff. They hold grudges. It's because you're supposed to believe in forgiveness. You're supposed to forgive people and move on. I learned that from my dad. My dad, like, not like, I mean, like, he doesn't, like, forgive people and that, I guess, but, like, he doesn't forget stuff. He wants to hold grudges and say, like, oh, this and that, this and that.
I'm sorry.
And, like, I don't like doing that shit. I used to. Some people are just in that. They're like, oh, I just hate people and that, this and that. Like, you shouldn't hate anyone. Hate is a strong word. You know it's stronger? Love. And love's a lot stronger, and it's the hardest thing to say, too.
Say hello, beautiful!
It is. Love is the hardest thing to say to someone. To show appreciation. So I try to compliment people. Nah, they can't have a boyfriend. I can't compliment like a woman in that. I can compliment a man. That you do a good job. I don't like compliment women that have boyfriends because that means I'll get attracted. That means that they're gonna get attracted because I'm giving emotional attention. And I'm giving them like emotional attention in the concept of it, like, oh, I know how you're gonna take it. Like, there's some things you can't do even though you should do it because it's good to compliment people. It's good to tell people, like, oh, you did a really good job of doing it, you know, like, go team type shit. But like, the biggest thing is, like, some people might take it as something else. Look at these guns, like 26 right now. The damage has increased a lot. Went from 700 and something to fucking 2,000.
Dropping sentry! Would you look at that?
Yeah, fuck that shit. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. And get that. Kill the bunker. I think they level up after the bunker.
All the ladies say Scooter's the best. I'll catch a real.
Yeah, once I get them on my level, I'm gonna get them on like 50 guys. I think the badass critter will change too. Cause I can get that. That's what I have. I want to have the. What the fuck? I want to have the man killer. I want to have this auto weapon because I do like this weapon a lot. Alien garage. I love it. I just suck that screw. I just don't like playing the third one. Because having like Scooter be fucking dead is so fucking annoying. Because Scooter was like the first one you see now. Because it's like Moxie's kid is Scooter. You learn about Moxie like the first fucking like 10 minutes of the game.
You can never be too well armed.
Yeah. What level is this guy? 39?
Potential. Just think.
Ooh, so
Right now, this could be you. Or this.
level 50 would be like, what, 7,000-8,000?
I was nearly done with my shit! Murderous bastard! There's a promotion in those. Ha! Did you miss me? I ain't gonna die like all those other idiots!
That's funny. Bring up the confidence call. Wish I had normal damage for it if I do like a couple thousand things more.
Crap, bandits! Yeah! My shield! Let's do this!
So many fucking people.
Say goodnight! See ya, bitch.
Dude.
Fuck! Turn it out!
Yeah, I do charge him into it. I would like to get the cooldown thing in that.
You're all gonna die!
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you enjoyed your break. Back to work.
Big guy coming! How'd that feel, huh? Screw you!
That's one of the body doubles Jack uses to confuse assassins and impress his enemies. While the pocket watch device he dropped, it echoes his biosignature to every machine in the immediate area, so his doubles... That pocket watch also records audio. Jack loved...
Did you know that some people on this planet still believe in silly superstitions? Like angels,
die
demons,
already!
and ancient alien warriors? We like to call them bandits. Did you know that some people on this planet still believe in silly superstitions? Like angels, demons, and ancient alien warriors? We like to call them bandits.
Yes, this is going to work. If I get a few more samples of Jack's voice, I can make a voice modulator for you. You need to get more voice samples from the other info kiosks.
Yeah, they're gonna end this circle. Come on, bro! Stop sneezing, you son of a bitch! Oh man. It's a good day though. I don't know what always today. Really, it is as I get a little bored, but. Oh, yeah. Oh. That works. Oh. Yeah, I got an air purifier light. It's a UV light. Works out really good. You turn it on like right before you leave for work. You can leave it on for as long as you want, but you want to leave it on for a while. Oh, wait a little bit though.
Grind him up! Stay right there! Hey, my shit!
But yeah, the purity light works pretty good enough. I turned it on I think like 2 days ago and that. It was really nice. Yeah, maybe it gives you like a clean, crisp smell. Maybe if you care about like shit is really fucking powerful.
Hey,
It's another bandit
did you know your
raid!
chances of being disemboweled increased by 80,000% upon leaving on It's a scientific fact.
I almost have what I need. Just activate a few more kiosks.
Who's next, huh? House!
My God, stop fucking hitting me. No, it's just so many fucking dudes. I don't like using fucking gun. It's too powerful. I kind of like using it.
They dropped my shields!
There's another gun. This gun's gonna work really good. This gun's amazing. It shoots a random 3, but it's more. If I get up close, and that does really good.
Hey, kids, did you know what your mommies and daddies gave up so your family could live in opportunity? Literally nothing. Your family is paid to be here. I'm the one who feeds and protects everyone. Remember, we should all love our parents, but love me more.
Engaging. You're pissing me off! No! Who's next, huh?
Hey, kids, did you know what your mommies and daddies gave up so your family could live in opportunity? Literally nothing. Your family is paid to be here. I'm the one who feeds and protects everyone. Remember, we should all love our parents, but love me more.
Engineers, let the loaders do the lifting. Loaders, let the engineers take bandit fire. This is called...
Fuck! Oh.
Teamwork.
Fucking allergies, bro.
Did you know littering an opportunity is punishable by death? If not, you also ought to know complaining about opportunities laws is considered verbal littering.
Now that's one thing that might actually get mad at. She's like, you can blow your nose and then you keep sniffing it down your throat and that, like, yeah. Because you can, it doesn't affect your body at all.
Did you know you're staring at the future site of the opportunity pleasure palace? That's right.
I was
for
nearly
$1,000
done with
you'll
my shift, you
spend
jackass!
the life-size likeness of me.
Fuck you, shield.
Challenge completed.
First Tomahawk disabled. Charging primary weapon. Surrender your weapon. Stop.
That's probably the one thing I don't really like about her.
Tossing the little lady. One more turret kill.
And I'll be sitting there like,
why?
You shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this. Why you shouldn't be doing this, bitch? What do you mean?
Like I was gonna die.
Yeah, people that try to control how people live their life, to a certain extent, like little things. Okay. But also, if I try to control your life in a way that doesn't make sense to you,
he was angry.
Yeah, you'll probably get a little mad. Most people do. But if it's something that could be like intensively make life better for you. Like me blow my fucking nose on anything.
Hey, kids, did you know your chances of being disemboweled increase by 80,000% upon leaving opportunity? It's a scientific fact.
Oh, I need to get out there.
Attach the pocket watch quickly.
Yeah, I definitely want to get this box gun again at match level. I think it's only 46.
I see the files. All done. Now grab the voice modulator. Great. Now, unfortunately, you will speak in Jack's voice until you reach the security door. I will tell you the password to open it at the appropriate time.
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I have the voice of a douchebag. Great.
No. A voice of a douchebag. Yeah, because level 50 is gonna make it like a lot fucking stronger. I got just good in that for for bots. It'd be really good for the bunker too, because the bunker actually is big as fuck, and that's gonna actually hit a lot. Sorry about that, because I was gonna bring my tablet and watch YouTube. voice.
You seriously thought you could hide from me, Angel? Is that what you thought? Say goodbye to your friend, Angel. Say it.
See you soon.
You found a way past the final door to Angel's control core, huh? Well, she's kept up her part of the bargain, surprisingly. Time to return the favor. Come on back and we'll steal ourselves a vault key.
This is a message to the Crimson Raider resistance. Do you see that shining city on the horizon? That's what you're resisting. Beauty, purity, order. You think about that the next time you're sleeping in your own filth.
This isn't a discussion. You're not going without me, period.
Oh, this is it, everybody. Lilith, Mordecai, you're protecting the city. Brick will provide air support from Thousand Cuts, and I'll climb up to Control Core Angel from the cliff face. Any questions?
Yeah, why ain't I going? I gotta pay Hyperion back for Bloodwing.
And you will, but for now I need you protecting Sanctuary in case this is just another trap. You'll get your payback, Mordecai. I promise.
Long as you say so, Roland.
Vault Hunter, we have a shot at stealing the vault key and stopping Jack from waking the warrior. All you have to do is get past a force field that'll atomize you, destroy a bunker carrying enough firepower to level a continent, and get through a door you can't possibly open.
That's his way of saying we're probably gonna die.
It's time to get Claptrap to Thousand Cuts. We need him to shut down the force field.
Make it painful, guys.
This is gonna be fun!
On the other side of my desk. And the map says we're southward along the east side. It could be this force taking us to a side of that. Then the field. In fact, it must be a south because if they're going westward when they come to the hostile. It's faster to go between Lafayette and People. Not if we want to do this. There's no more cities on the road. You're not taking us on the off road. I have given you my word that I will protect you. Protect you.
Hey, Slab.
FYI, it may take some serious convincing to get Claptrap to head to Thousand Cuts.
Minion! Let's go to Thousand Cuts!
Or not.
I enlisted you as my minion, then Angel just happened to attack Sanctuary. Don't you get it? Jack was coming after me! It's time to take the fight to him! I'll meet you in Thousand Cuts!
The population of the car is approximately 2,000. not including women and children. There are 12 hours of life per day as volunteers. He said that he would stay here for 2 days, which means over 24 hours. The number of men who need to each per hour is 83.33333333. At what 0.33 of a man? There's a crowd going out there. You need to decide what to do.
Why don't you just tell him the situation and let him decide?
He's going to be anyway. I said it. Something seems to like but I'll get some water. Bella? Bella? We'll give us the sequence of how many places per hour.
I gotta get off this
Per hour?
planet.
He's gone. Not in this room or anyone in the house. I checked the ambulance. We lost him? Probably not. Lost? Okay. James, he searched the southern side, and we're now search the north. That's how he used to keep an eye on the crowd. What about me?
I will be back soon, and I won't be gone.
Staying here gives me the greatest life to the world.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm watching The Chosen.
Welcome
I love
to
The Chosen.
die! Prepare for die!
It's such a good show. There's more truth to it than anything else.
Get ready!
I see ya! No place for attack!
Minion, I've started my attack! I'm gonna tag every inch of this mountain if it's the last thing I do! Let's go! We're gonna make Jack regret ever setting up shop on this cliff. It'll take him minutes to wash this graffiti off. Minutes, I say! Hey, you coming or not? Oh, right. You're not a Hyperion robot. I forget that sometimes. And open! Onward!
Got some buzzards heading your way, Slab!
I will defend you to the death, minion!
Oh, you made it past the security wall, huh? That's, it's real cute. Of course, the bunker's still gonna obliterate you, but nonetheless, cute.
We had a brutal day. When he was hiding
Hyperion suggests that you rejoice in your temporary death. A victory achieved without suffering is no victory at all.
Be careful, Slam. My boys seen a ton of bad guys between you and the bunker. I know you can do it. I'm making my way up the cliffside, soldier. Keep pushing your way up and I'll meet you at the chamber. Avoid those mortars, Slam! Watch out for the mortars, Slam! They ain't rolling out the welcome mat. Maybe you should take out those turrets on the towers so they'll open the doors.
Turret on the field!
Knock, knock, bitches! Open up!
My shields are down! Down. Throwing grenade! Engaging Vault Hunter! Shields down!
Hyperion is offering a 90% off sale on all new UV spawns. This offer expires in 3210. Better luck next time.
I suppose we could meet the plan. Thank you. We are delighted to see you with us. Now, we're all speaking for a moment. I must take you a couple of men. We performed a truly remarkable act of service. Let us escort you, Rabbi. If you like. We were right. the work that you put into our box. Okay, family. Yes, we were hungry. Eat. Restore your strength. When you're done, please describe the work to the others. I hope everyone takes note of what John is saying. Good night. Where are you going?
Charging laser.
Don't know any more to be.
First officer. Missiles warming up. Loading missiles.
Oscar, hurry up!
Long after we leave the village, let's see if there's a boat, eh? What is it? Dinner at the treasure or the high priest? Neither. Dinner with whom then? Well, there are a lot of people who want to talk to him. Yeah, but he wants to make dinner. That's the errand, eh? That's the errand. You guys are really enjoying this, being in the know, huh? Coming from you, Simon. What's that? He told us his plan? So, Matthew, distribute the money accordingly. Thaddeus, buy bread, enough for 12, there's 13 people. 7 unleavened rice, sprouted milk. Sorcerer, your choice. 13? Who are the others? Little James, buy a leg of lamb, including the knuckle and the fillet. No, two legs of lamb. We only have... Andrew, grapes, cutters, cherries if you can find them. At this rate, we will not have enough for us out of this trip. We didn't expect to find a bag of gold, did we? We're putting it to good use. Simon, yes, man. 3 skins of wine. None. Matthew, black pepper, chives, salt, olive oil. At this cost, we will not make it to Judea. Have faith, Matthew. In him. Mary, look for leeks, garlic, and onion. Okay? What are you guys gonna do? We are going to get out of the street. Why? Maria's biggest problem. Too many to marry to. I guess. Yeah, 3 skins of wine, please. Red. Something with clothes, I guess.
Simon! There you are. I've been looking for all of you.
Lucky for you, we're all in this market.
So what are you doing? Are you going to teach here?
Shopping. You can believe it.
This man? He told me everything you ever did. Yes. We've heard him for ourselves.
runs on that vault key. See, a few years back, Wilhelm and I paid a visit to your little friend Tanis, and we beat her for hours. We ripped it out of her broken fingers. But we let her live, because that's what heroes do. They show mercy.
Slam, you're coming up on the bunker. I'm sending some of my boys to help you out.
And I am not in the habit of giving my blessing for my daughter to leave our home. But I am in your debt. And that is why we are in this room with you now. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for giving my blessing for my devotion. To illustrate my honesty is all I can get to you after giving up my trust. I understand. I ask a lot of those who follow me. But I ask little of those who do not. I don't want to be true. But just as all I should say.
Eyes to the sky, Slab! My buzzards are coming in! Take out those autocannons, Slab! They're tearing up your air support!
That force field protects the final door to my chambers. It will only deactivate once you've destroyed the bunker.
All right, fun time's over, kiddies. Breaking his mouth breathers couldn't bust my bunker, and neither can you.
Hell yeah! One autocannon down! Oh crap! Keep fighting, Slab! Bust those guns! Laser countermeasures! Jump! No more autocannons. Good job, Slab.
You really think I'd protect Angel with nothing but a couple of bots and some flimsy turrets? You see, you're not at the bunker right now. The bunker isn't a place. That's the bunker. Meet the BNK-3R, the greatest defense bot ever built. Designed her myself. Now do me a favor and die.
Oh, crap! The bunker went airborne, Slabs. This is gonna get messy. Holy crap. That is a big-ass gun.
With the bunker destroyed, you can access the door to my chambers. Move quickly.
I'm nearly there, soldier! I'm climbing up the rear of the control core! I'll meet you inside!
Preparing bioscan. Please stand on the Hyperion emblem. Scanning biosignature. Biosignature confirmed. Hello, Sexy. Awaiting password.
The password is, I love you.
That voice modulator had better work or this will all be for nothing.
Lethal force authorized. Engine cleansing commence.
Bombs away!
Repairs needed.
I love you.
Activating major.
Access granted.
Consider this your final warning. No, consider this my final warning. Turn around and I promise I'll make it quick. But I swear, if you take one more step, every soul back in Sanctuary will die, staring at their own lungs as I rip them from their chests.
Unit entered.
Iridium alone could never charge the vault key. It needs a catalyst, something to awaken its power. It needs a siren. Jack acquired his siren catalyst a long time ago. He kept her hidden from the world for years, but finally, you will be able to set her free. detect you're getting close. Hurry and reach me. You must get the vault key and deal with me.
Somebody came along and helped him. How do you know? I know. I promise you. He did not die. Why did you come all the way out? Everyone knows how you. The shepherd leaves the 99 on the mountain to search for the one that went astray.
Leave the military. Come to Pandora. Stare at stuff.
Believe my words. Return to synagogue. Search Torah. I never learned to read and listen to the word read aloud. Let it affect your heart. See what happens. Then one, tell others. The Christ that will go blood. Help someone like me. They would. We'll be in town for one more day. Go back into town. It's too late. Yes. You never know what sort of men may lay in wait along the side of the road. Too soon? Aye, aye. You're sure they
But I got bored just standing around. I wish someone would move me around. Sorry, I do that when I'm bored. Really, really bored.
On the ground, I think we'll be fine.
this isn't a problem? I'm sorry, anyway. I don't think that. Where is he? You have yet to drive it to Jupiter. You left me in a good mood just to begin. Come in. One of the rooms is haunted by my dead grandmother. Why is that one?
You know who he is? He's not afraid of ghosts.
I might be.
Oh, I can get some more food. Ugh. My pump's kicking in. Whew. Oh.
That's just nice. Who wants to be out killing stuff anyway? Me. I do.
I agree in a gender with you. I mean, why not? Look, it doesn't matter what I do or what you think. All opposed? Well, sorry to hear that way. I, for one, am not okay losing for long periods of time.
But I got bored just standing around. I wish someone would move me around. Sorry, I do that when I'm bored. Really, really bored.
Don't need to wonder about that. If I did so, imagine, come on. Sort it out. Rabbi, you couldn't wait, could you? Sorry, what to keep up with that? By all means. The Jewish boys are far from home. Yes, as a matter of fact, we are. Shalom to you too. These are traditional Jewish stories. Not for the war. Right, again? See what happens, my Shalom to you too. Filthy dog! I said quiet. Spending your honor, spies and humiliating himself have both of my train out and he's still right there, sir. Fire from the heavens. Fine. You said the good news is that. Say the word. Why not? It's only the why did you try it? What was I trying to do? You think it was just to be more healthy? Or to be better farm? It was to show you that what we're doing will last for generations. What I told you and what he then told so many others, showing that it will have a lasting impact for lifetime. But that you have so much unredeemed without the message, the truth that was. And you're going to get in the way of that because of two people from a region you don't like or mean that they are not worthy. What? No more worthy? Well, listen. You're not. That's the whole point. It's why I... As we gather others, I need you to show the way. To be humble. We will.
I left the military to get away from pointless waiting, damn it. And because I got dishonorably discharged, but mostly the first thing.
Like a storm. Son, loading out into the ship. Back. But I'm going to go through. James and John. The son. Very good thing or that. Today was not good. But strong passion can be a cannot for right. Or in smaller doses. Calm down. John, you look terrible. What happened? What happened is that James and John reminded me of you in Samaria. Fascinating. But yes, I wanted to deliver an invitation to you in the first place. Rabbi, this is your son. This is John. Ah, yes. There's a lot about you. I've heard a lot about you. God bless you. John always. Treasure is ours. But you cut wood. You do like you were like that's fast. Would you in great order? Even if we didn't come to crew of both. No trouble. Of course.
People back then were so, like, they were so into praying and believing and stuff like that. People say, oh, it's because they didn't have technology. Nothing's changed
is
since
here,
back then. It's just technology got slightly higher
to
and that, and
truly
things
stop
are
Jack
slightly
from waking the
easier.
warrior, you cannot just steal the vault key.
We still have
You must
marketplaces, which are
destroy his
shopping
catalyst.
centers. We still have
You
other
must
things in that.
destroy.
You know, it's like, it's all the same shit. The only thing that's really changed, like, video games and TV. You take away
Jack
televisions, all
spent
the video
years
games and
pumping
that.
me full of
We'd
iridium,
be living a life
using me to charge his
like
key and
it was
manipulate
back
his
then.
enemies. Destroying the
Having
iridium
fun,
injectors that keep me
being close to people and that.
alive will stop the key from charging, and it will end a lifetime of servitude.
You get the hell away from my daughter!
What the hell are you doing? Angel!
Yeah.
Stop it, you piece of...
I just talked about that. I need to make me some more. I had banana bread. I need to make me some eggies. Yeah. Gotta smash 8 of those damn things. Gotta get ready for the exercise.
With the scouts. Well, we should be here. Maybe we're just walking. No one just walks into the shed. No one but us. Don't come any closer. What do you want? Humans to go away? For a pretty wife someday. I ate a fattened goose once. I love that again. You followers of the Rabbi Jesus of Nazareth. Don't say. Could be a spy. Spying for whom? For what? There are spies. They're not smart enough to dress like this. Are you Simon? From Jonah. Who are you? I knew it. Get it? Once you've followed your rabbi for long enough, you won't even blink when a strange man such as myself walks out of the woods. The message you can only give to Jesus directly. Yeah, we are pretty new. Doesn't make us dumb. We can't let you see the rabbi without knowing your business. I can't say. You want to send me away? Fine. Say hello to my friend Andrew for me, though. What do you think? I don't know. Bring him in, I guess. Let Jesus figure it out. Something's not sitting right with Simon. And who has friends? Billy! Hey! There he is! Oh! He's not terrible. What did you expect, huh? Come on! What are you doing here? Something said that. You never mentioned a Philip when you were there. You'll find this shocking, but I have a whole life that doesn't revolve around you. God, I'm just asking about this cook. He's not cook. You know, you could be a little less you all the time. You take it to it. Make nice. Come back 5 minutes. Philip. Philip. You'll never know when you get to sleep next. Or when you have clean water. Take advantage when you got either one. Thank you. It's like you're in a war out there with John the Baptizer. No. War has thieves. What did you find? Nothing suitable. Of course you didn't find anything. Where did you look? To the east. 1 mile. After a ravine. Anything you find there will be wet. Yes, I discovered that. But there was wood? It was wet. That's massive. You checked the ravine for wood. Probably fishes in the desert, too. Good work, man. Thank you. Who are you? Huh? I'm the guy who dries wood. Now, if only you had an arsenal of weapons, we could do it in a manner that how did Ezekiel drive wood? No, it's the prophecy against Gog and Magog. And then those who dwell in the cities of Israel will go out and make fires of the weapons and burn them. Shields and bucklers, bows and arrows, clubs and spears. And they will make fires of them for 7 years. But they will not need to take wood out of the field or cut down any house of forest. For they will make their fires of the weapons. Shall we? Hey! Keep the fire going. doing wrong then? Someone died. Yes. I'm sorry for your loss. Was it sudden? I think it was a long time coming for him. And it felt sudden. Tell me about him. He was an architect. That's what he wanted to be his whole life. Sad. Came from nothing. Worked his way up. Found the God.
What time is it? Almost 4 o'clock. Gotta see how I'm gonna feel for this workout. I have to be to work at 8. You shall seek and you will find. I like those words. Ate my 5 eggs. It's like internet. I'm working 8 to 2 today. Okay, that's not bad. I stay a little bit after. Because I had to make up a little bit. I got like 13 minutes of that today. Yeah, I get annoyed when I don't get my scheduled hours in.
The iridium injectors. Destroy them! Yes, just like that!
No you don't! Shields up!
No, I'll try to expose the injectors. Just hold on!
That fucker does it real quick.
Bandit, if you keep this up, I'm heading down there to blow your brains out myself! You hear me?
Yeah, think about it.
He's lying. The coward would never face you in person.
Stop!
I can't stop Jack's defenses. Be careful. I'll help you however I can. I'm sending ammo to you. Ammo incoming.
Hey! Up here! BorderLand?
Roland, I need you to lower the shields around my iridium injectors.
Did I miss something? Or is Angel a siren?
I meant now, Roland.
Right, I'm on it.
First of all, disable.
Shields down! Shoot the injector!
I'm supposed the injectors just stay alive!
I thought too much pain. Got my second here now.
This is my vow. Every friend, every child, every person you've ever passed on.
Actually, no, this is how's that?
Kill them all. You didn't follow the rules, Bandit.
I really do like how this is. Damage wise.
Within these four walls. Do you have any idea how much I
Second one. It looks better too on this one. The second one, or not the third one, I would call that.
I lowered the shield! Hit the injector now! Damn it! Now I can't reach the last injector there! I don't know
Oh, it's fucking easy.
Jack needed my life long ago. This has to end now, Vault Hunter.
I got the shield down! The injector!
Come slack!
Angel, you can stop this. I'll still forgive you, baby.
Dad, I have to tell you something. You're an asshole.
Angel? No, Angel!
What kind of person would do this to their own daughter?
The kind of guy who deserved to die. She's dead. Jack just lost his only way to awaken the warrior. We got the vault key, but this isn't over yet. We gotta find Jack and take him out. Lilith, take the vault key to Tannis. I'm going after Jack.
Roland!
Son.
You bastard! I'm gonna...
Language. What's that saying? Don't pick a fight with a man with nothing left to lose. See, I'm gonna show you just how much you have to lose, and I got the most powerful siren on the planet to do it with. Lilith, kill the Vault Hunter. We've got a date to keep with the warrior. Do it, Lilith.
No!
What happened? What the hell just happened? First Bloodwing, now this? Vault Hunter, find me a sanctuary. We gotta get Lilith back.
Okay. You know, you guys have keep your prayers going. And